Welcome back, everybody. Again, I'm Bob Calvert, founder of TalkingWithHeroes.com, and thank you for your service.us. Behind the camera, Keith Knights, Iraq veteran, my son-in-law. Appreciate Keith's help. And so we're here at the ProjectSanctuary.us 2016 Gala. We've already had some great people come in front of the camera. And now we're going to be talking with Missy Hyatt. She's the Director of Programs and Special Events with Project Sanctuary. Welcome, Missy.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Sure. You could just introduce yourself, maybe tell a little bit about yourself, what led you to be part of Project Sanctuary.
I'd be happy to. So I've been with Project Sanctuary since 2011. I actually moved to Colorado from Oklahoma. I'm a recreation therapist, and when I moved here, I thought that I'd be able to find a job very easily, and it turned out that I could not. So I ended up having a different job for a while, and I kept hearing Project Sanctuary ads on the radio, and finally I just called up there, and I was looking for a job. And so through a much longer, boring story, I eventually got a job with Heather. So I started out as the youth program director. I did all of the youth program activities while the parents were in class, and then in 2012 I begged Heather for a full-time job, and she gave it to me. So I've been with her full-time since 2012. I am the one that manages retreats and volunteers. So that's my job in a nutshell.
Your job to organize them? Do you actually go to the retreats too? Or?
I go to some. Most of mine is behind the scenes. So when we get a retreat schedule, I get all the volunteers signed up. I schedule all the activities, and I make sure everybody is given responsibilities and duties that are comfortable to them and really play to their strengths.
So you mentioned before we went on the air that you actually managed the retreat. My son-in-law Keith and my daughter Adrian, two of the children went to.
Yes, it was 2 years ago?
Longer.
4! Oh my gosh.
They had 2 kids then. Now I have 4
No,
kids.
they had 3. They had just had Holden. Yeah. So so I plan all of the activities for the day. I put in the schedule all together, and then I still do youth program when I'm there. We recently hired another recreation therapist, and she manages kids while the parents are in class. But I compare the retreat schedule to what is in season at our different retreat locations, and I make sure that's all set, and then I make sure we have enough volunteers to handle the number of children and to make sure that the families are taken care of once they arrive.
Talk a little bit about, from your personal experience, but you organize it, what happens at these retreats for the families?
So just personally, I'm civilian. I have very little military in my family. So to come and work with this population has been really eye-opening. So just for activity-wise, you have to be very aware of the different activities you can do and you can't do with a population that has post-traumatic stress and a TBI. So a lot of the activities have to be very special, thoughtfully planned to make sure that they don't disrupt in the healing environment. So we do a lot of outdoor, fun, crazy activities, but then we also want to do a mixture of slower, calmer activities for kind of just the relaxation of families before they go to bed. And then also, if they bring smaller children, they're not going to be able to go horseback riding and do all those things, but we want them to feel all involved and be able to build experiences together as a whole family. So we make sure to have activities that are perhaps a little easier and a little bit more obtainable for a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old.
Great. And for people watching, military families, veterans families, caregivers, how would they get involved? How could they go to ProjectSanctuary.us, and what would they look for?
So if you're a military family and you want to attend a retreat, you can go to ProjectSanctuary.us and fill out a family application. It's on our website. If you are anybody else and you don't want to attend the retreat as a participant and you want to volunteer, you would still go to our website, ProjectSanctuary.us, and you would be able to fill out a volunteer application. And that would come to me, and then I would contact you, and you could pick out of the 27 retreats we do in a year. And when you volunteer, you just have to get yourself to the retreat. We pay for your meals, your lodging, and some of the activities.
Great. Would you like to, before we go off, because it looks like we're getting ready to start here, would you like to give a shout out to our men and women who are still serving around the world?
I will. I shout out to all those serving, all those who have served, and all of our past military families who've come through our program. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Thank you for everything you are doing for our military families, Missy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Folks, we're going to be starting another segment here shortly. As the event starts, we're going to have all the speakers. You'll be able to hear them.